So let us see what we are going to learn today. Now the learning outcomes of this lesson will be mechanism of hearing and balancing and the movement of the hair cells. Now in this slide we will be discussing about the mechanism of hearing. Now before starting the mechanism of hearing, let us do a quick revision of the structure. Now we all know this is external ear, this is pinna, this is auditory canal, this is the middle ear having three bones, malleus, incus or stapes, and which are in one word we can call the ossicles. Now here is the oval window, here is the round window, and this is coming down the eustachian tube, which is coming down to the nasopharynx. The opening is in the nasopharynx. Now next comes the internal ear, which is having cochlea, your organ of Corti. These are all semicircular canals. This is cochlea. Now from here only through the auditory nerve, the signals or the impulses are transmitted to the brain, and from there only we can tell that we are hearing a sound, a song, a music, a noise. So this helps us in perceiving the sound, or whatever we are listening to, we can just make out the difference between a noise, between a loud sweet music or a sweet music. We can differentiate when this impulses are transmitted through the auditory nerve to the brain. Now let us come to the mechanism of hearing. What is happening? Let us see. Now sound waves, like I played a music in the first slide. I think you all heard it. So sound waves generally come along this path and they hit this eardrum and cause vibrations over here. Now this is a thin membrane eardrum which is then stretched. Now here the eustachian tube equalizes the air pressure on the either side of the eardrum. Here also there is air pressure, and this side also there is air pressure, which allows a free vibration. So full membrane is only vibrating. Now these vibrations reach this three small bones, malleus, incus and stapes. They start vibrating, and these ear ossicles, they transmit the vibrations from the eardrum to the denser fluid or the endolymph in the inner ear. Now here the lever-like action of malleus and incus, they magnifies the vibration of this stirrup. When this two, please see my pointer, follow my pointer. When this two starts vibrating too much, that also makes this stapes to vibrate, and they transmit vibration to this oval window over here. Now vibrations from this oval window, what they are going to do? They are transmitting it to the cochlea, and this leads to the vibration of the fluid in this cochlear canals, and this leads to vibration of the fluid in this cochlear canals, and this cochlear canals are having hair cells. We have discussed earlier also these small hair cells of the organ of Corti in cochlea, they start vibrating, and there is actually a reaction going on down inside that hair cells. I don't think in 10th standard it is actually necessary for you. You will go through that in details in your plus 2 level or in your high secondary when you are going to class grade 12th or all. You will be studying that, the mechanism of hair cells. So this here, you just remember that hair cells, they all started vibrating, and this movement of sensory hair cells is converted to nerve impulse over here, and this nerve impulse is getting transmitted to the brain via the auditory nerve, and this results in hearing. So is it clear for everyone, or shall we do a quick revision of that again? So let us see what is happening. The sound waves are coming here. The pinna and the auditory canal, they are receiving the sound waves. They are vibrating this eardrum, which in turn is vibrating all this small bones over here. They are vibrating the oval window, which in turn vibrates the fluid of the cochlea, vibrating all the hair cells inside it and converting the sound waves or vibrations into nerve impulse, and which in turn transmit the nerve impulse through the auditory nerve to the brain. Now this is how we are hearing a loud noise, a sweet music, or anything whatever is audible to us. Now what I am teaching also is you are hearing in the same mechanism or in the same process. Now in the next slide we will be discussing about what is the mechanism of balancing of the ear. Now in this slide let us see how the ear helps us in our balancing. Now see this pointer, this full is called the vestibular system. Now out of this we know that these are semicircular canals. Inside this there are cristae, and this is the utricle part, this is the saccule part. Now if we enlarge this part, how does it look? It looks like this. It is having hair bundles, small hair bundles or hair cells inside it, and they are all connected to some nerve fibers. So whatever impulses are transmitted through this hair cells, they will be transmitted through this nerve fibers to the brain. Now you can see here in this is called otoconia, or these are all calcium granules. This is the otolithic membrane. These are all the cilia, or this hair cells are having cilia like substances, and this is type 2 hair cell and this is type 1 hair cell. Now this details I don't think you are having in standard 10, but we will have a general overview of this hair cells and how they are working. So what is it? This is vestibular system. They all are having hair cells inside them like cristae and ampulla. This is utricle part and this is saccule part, and all these hair cells which are inside the endolymph, inside a fluid, when the vibration occurs, whether we are in static position or in dynamic position, the hair cell starts moving, and there are a range of chemical reactions which are going on in this hair cells, and through which the nerve fibers get the stimulation, or they get the impulses which are through the auditory nerve, they are being transmitted to the brain. So let us see what is happening to this hair cells. Now see here, this is the case when we are in stationary condition. Now what will happen? The sensory hair cells in the semicircular canals are concerned with always the dynamic part of our movement, like while the body is in motion. Now when the lady is rotating or moving, it is controlled by the hair cells of semicircular canals. But whereas in static part, what will happen? The sensory cells of the utriculus and sacculus are concerned with this static balance and with respect to this center of gravity. Now the person is standing, this lady is standing, so there is obviously a center of gravity, and this response we are getting through the sensory cells of utricles and saccule. And here they are all the hair cells of semicircular canals. What will happen? The movement of the fluid inside semicircular canals, they will trigger the sensory hair cells of the ampulla, and this sensation passes to the nerve cells here, nerve cells, and these nerve cells in turn they pass it to the brain, and the three canals are at right angle. We know that three canals are at right angle to each other, and so that the brain can detect even the slightest tilting of the body in any direction. Now this is all about the mechanism of hearing as well as the function of the hair cell. Now if you are having any doubts, my dear students, please do write in the comment box. Please do share your comments. Please do share your views. Whether you are understanding or not, I am unable to know that whether you are having any doubts, whether you are clear about the topic. And please do like and share. If you are liking my channel, please do share so that all your friends can get benefited through this video. And please do subscribe to my channel so that whenever I am posting the update, you get it first. So thank you.